coming into this weekend, like not a great, or coming into the next game, not a great one this week. What do you do as like a leader on the team to kind of get everybody's spirits back up and get everybody up for a game like this?
Well, I know the guys are reeling off of a disappointing result, so it should be self-motivating. It doesn't have to come from, shouldn't have to come from anybody. Anytime you lose a game, you should, reflect on what you did poorly, what you can do better, and you apply that to the next game. Knowing that we have a big break after this, I think there's no excuse to save any legs right now. There's no excuse when it comes to chasing a ball down or chasing a guy down. You've got almost 10 days until the Open Cup game, so it's a game where we got to leave it all on the field. You're playing against the best team in the West right now, and that should be a motivating factor in itself, let alone where we sit in the standings. So a multitude of reasons of why this is a big game. You can run down the list. I think we all know why.
How tight did the guys seem to you on the field when you were playing?
Oh, what?
How tight were they? I mean, were they playing?
Columbus?
Yeah, when you guys were playing Columbus, some of the young guys out there.
I was not on the field for a majority of the game, so when I came on the field, they put their foot off the gas a little bit. So, we switched formations twice by the time I'm in the field, just to try to get something going. In the situation that we were in down there, we sub in a right back, a left back, and a center back when we're down, 2-3-0, and that's the situation that we're in roster-wise, and guys just aren't healthy. So we're in kind of a, put it that way, when it comes to trying to make subs that can make an impact and get a goal or two back, and spell some attacking players who, generally an attacking player is going to get more tired than a defending player. So in saying that, we had a lot of guys who haven't played a ton of minutes who are having to go 90 minutes in that game. So away from home, difficult, but Columbus has a very good system. And they've stuck to that system, win, lose, draw. It bit them when they hosted MLS Cup, but they stuck to it, and they've generally found themselves on the right side of results the past three years. So, in saying that, it's a good team, we make two mistakes. They make us pay from shots from distance, and game is within reach then, I think, and even coming in at halftime, guys were motivated to get back out there. We're the first team out there at halftime to get the thing going, to try and right the ship. And then 15-20 minutes in, they bang a third, and it's over from there.
When you had three young players in the back line like Fisher, Delem, and Tony, how important, or would it have been a difference if a leader, like a veteran player, had been in that back line to kind of take charge?
The teams that get results are generally very consistent with their lineups, and they get lucky with not having injuries, and they have veteran, experienced players. If Tony had started from game one, maybe we're singing a different tune. He's got, 10, 11 games under his belt as a starter. Maybe that changes things in that game. Who knows? These are all what ifs, and we're a day and a half away from another game. We can't be sitting here saying what ifs. But the reality is that was who was available on the day, and we had to go with what we had. And those are all players that everybody here is confident in. They're all good players. They all train well. They all have great attitudes, and we also want to play out of the back. And I think that sometimes when you're playing away from home, it's a learning experience. Next time, I'm sure that Tony sees that situation on the field, he smashes it, whether it's in the parking lot or it's 40 yards up the field, whichever one. You just put yourself out of danger, you clear it, you reset, get everybody back. Those are all learning things, but we want to play good soccer. We want to play out of the back, and sometimes it bites us, and on that occasion it did.
Speaking of the game coming up on Sunday, a couple really good attackers for Houston, Elise, Kyoto, Torres. You on the back line, how do you go about trying to slow them down, especially a guy like Kubo, who has 10 goals so far this year?
Well, for me, I think it's you match up against one or two players, and that's on the left side. So I've got to zoom in on whoever they start on the left-hand side. If it's a speedy player, if it's a guy who likes to play on the break, maybe I pump the brakes on going forward a little bit, and they're a counter-attacking team, so we all have to be very aware, but at the end of the day, it comes down to individual battles and individual duels and what you do against the guy you're playing against. So we'll watch tape again tomorrow. We've got all their clips, we've got all our clips. We sit there and analyze, but at the end of the day, it's can we match up, can we win our battles, and can we make them pay in certain situations.
It's the first time you guys are playing a repeat match against a team you've already played this year. I know you didn't play in that first game. What did you guys learn collectively as a team from that game in Houston?
Well, they caught us a couple times on the break, and they'll make you pay from 5 yards out, 10 yards out, 20 yards out in the corner. They'll think when they've done it all season. against good opponents too. So they've proven that they can win games, tough games against conference opponents, out of conference. They're just a good team, and so we've got to be aware. Shooting from distance is going to be key. Runs from Kubo and the combination from all the guys up top is going to be key again. But again, we're at home. We have to make a statement again. You know, it's similar to a Salt Lake game. You know, to me, this is another must-win game. All these games, we're not going to pick up points on the road. We got to do it at home. And this is another one of those chances and opportunities for guys to right the ship, especially going into a break.
In an attempt to just pick your brain real quick, it seems like the team struggles in transition and encounters. How do you get better at maybe being more organized when it comes to defending in transition?
Defending in transition it's all mental. It's all being aware of your surroundings and you know, making sure that everybody's on the same page. So it starts from Steph, and then the chain reaction from Steph to the center backs to Ozzy and Christian, and then to who's in front of them. So it's not just one person. It's everybody being a smart player, and you can play a lot off of instincts, things like that. But sometimes it does become a tactical battle, and that means using your brain and recognizing certain situations to press forward and when to step back and make sure that if they're going to leave 3 up top, we probably can't go 3v3 to them. We've got to have 4v3, and we got to be on the right side of guys. We got to be in front of them, stopping counterattacks. If they clear a corner kick, it's easy as yanking somebody down, taking a foul, taking a yellow card, getting reset. It's all just little things. It's a chess match out there. So can we win those mental battles also on the field as well as the physical ones? If we do that, we find ourselves on top.
Thank you.